All right, up next we have Gemini rising and sun. For you, this Aquarius new moon that's happening on the 9th is taking place in your 9th house. So there is some kind of new beginning for you guys in the area of learning and perspective or belief shifts. And I really like this because Mercury is also here making a square to Jupiter in the 12th. And I really feel like first of all, I like this because Mercury is your chart ruler. It's the ruler of Gemini, and it's receiving this aspect from Jupiter, which is going to give it this higher wisdom and intelligence around some kind of situation that you might be in. I'm really getting the sense that some of you guys are feeling like you are stuck. I did pull the chains, bondage, and release card. So there's some situation that may feel cyclical, that may feel like is a pattern that you are stuck in. It could be self-induced or self-sabotage. You could feel powerless to whatever this is. Like this person is kind of like chained up, without their permission. So there could be something in your life where you might feel powerless, where you might feel, again, like you are stuck in some kind of pattern or where you are self-sabotaging. And this is your opportunity to have vision and insight into how to create the changes that you need, or how to have certain healing that you might need in order for things to move forward. And I don't see this as, oh, this is just healing. I really see this as very much an action-oriented an action-oriented new moon. So some of you guys that might be taking action towards certain things that will heal you, but I think it's also more practical action as well that is showing you that you are making different decisions, and that in itself is also healing. So this new moon being in your 9th house is also squaring Uranus in the 12th. So there's something about this where, again, I feel like maybe you are stuck in this energy of the 12th house where it can be very much self-doubt, self-sabotage, unconscious and subconscious parts of ourselves getting in our own way. And with this square to Uranus, it's like, let's let those free. Let's bring light to those parts of ourselves. And let's be aware of how maybe the past self, the hurt self, how those things can be negatively influencing us and our self-concept and our decision makings, especially when it comes to the material world. So I also pulled the light and the serenity, the beacon card. So I feel like this is, again, a new moon where you might feel like you're going from this phase of being in bondage, being stuck, being trapped in some kind of situation in your life, feeling powerless, to, with Mercury squaring Jupiter, having the awareness around how to get yourself out of that, what the light is at the end of the tunnel, where your hope is taking you. And it's not going to just get you there already. This is a time of process. The realization and the action is going to take place now, but the culmination, I don't think, is fully going to come here at this point in time. I really feel like that's going to happen more so maybe even in April when your Jupiter and Uranus come together. You guys might be in a phase right now with Saturn in your 10th house where you are feeling behind in your career or on certain goals in your life. You might feel like you are comparing yourself to traditional standards of where people are at when they're your age, or where people are at career-wise, or how well things are going in terms of recognition from the public or from their bosses or from whoever. Maybe you feel like that's a little bit lacking and you're frustrated and kind of comparing yourself or feeling shame or rejection or something, or you're feeling like you're on the outcast or the side that's not winning. And I see that that's something that is partially what needs to be healed and worked on at this time. With Jupiter in the 12th sextiling Saturn in the 10th, there's something that it's almost like you have to trust your process, trusting the divine timing, having that patience with yourself where you're able to surrender some of that desire for control. And that doesn't mean that, because I think this is a fine balance, because I think there are some areas of life where there might be this feeling of powerlessness or feeling like I'm stuck and I can't move forward, when actually there are things that you are not doing that you could be doing to help you get ahead, or there are things that you shouldn't be doing that you are doing that's preventing you from succeeding. And I think that's very real with this moon squaring Uranus in the 12th. There's something about your behavior that needs to change in regards to what you should be doing or should not be doing. And I think you will know what that is at the time of this new moon. But there are going to be elements that is also outside of your control, which is a very 12th house topic. It's not only about our self-undoing and things we do to ourselves, but it's about things that are conspiring in the universe for or against us. I would say for us, but things that are conspiring in the universe that are ultimately out of our hands. There are things in terms of divine timing, things that we still need to go through, that we still need to learn, that we have to trust the process of unfolding. And I definitely feel like there needs to be some healing around that need to surrender in this area of your life. So I definitely feel like you guys are, okay, let me pull a few more cards before I get into all this. What else for Gemini? I definitely am getting this like energy of you being stuck. I see what you're feeling here. And again, I feel like you're really kind of comparing yourself. So let me talk about what that is. I feel like you guys have been taking a lot of action with this Knight of Wands. You've been working really hard on something practically in your life. You've been, maybe things have moved very, very slowly. With this World card in reverse, it feels like I've been chipping away at something for a really long time, and it's been so slow, and I feel like I'm never reaching that completion. I'm never reaching that end. With the Eight of Wands in reverse, again, it's this emphasis on things being quite slow, feeling tedious, or just feeling like they are almost going in reverse in some ways. And I feel like this new moon is really trying to tell you to have courage. Mars right now is where we're supposed to be taking action, and Mars is in your 8th house, the 8th house of first of all, debt. So if you have debt, that's where you're really supposed to be taking action on a material plane. If you don't have your finances sorted out, if you are having taxes that are unpaid, or if you and your partner have intertwined finances and it's a mess, you need to resolve that. If there's existing credit card or mortgage or any kind of debt in your life, there's a need to take action to cut that down. The 8th house is also the house of intimacy. So if you are having issues in your relationships and with this ability to be intimate and connect emotionally or physically with another person, and you know that there's a blockage there's a need to take action and steps to resolve that. This is also a very psychological house where we have fears, where we have insecurities, things that trigger us, things that hold us back. It's the house of crisis. So if there are things in your life that are emotional set off points for you that are deterring you because of your you're ambitious and you're trying to move forward, but these emotional things are just throwing off your whole day or inhibiting relationship or career success, this is an indication that is something that needs to be worked on. So 8th house matters psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, need to be addressed. I also think some of you guys, if you're interested in the occult side message, that's something else that this could be talking about, taking efforts or strides to learn more about the occult that you're interested in. So I'm going to wrap up here by saying what you're manifesting is really, really powerful. I pulled the Magician and the Queen of Pentacles. So I definitely feel like this is the new moon where once you guys get out of these habits and everything of that nature, I really see that you guys are going to come into a phase of seeing how you can work with the universe to manifest what you want. Yes, I think there's also something around respecting divine timing, but with the moon card in reverse, I feel like you guys are going to be more intuitive and you're going to understand a little bit more about the divine timing from an inner knowing level, not like, oh, I know when this is going to happen, but this inner knowing of, I think I should wait till this time and have patience. This to me is what the moon card is saying. It's like having less emotional blockages and having less like doubt or lack of clarity. You're like navigating from an internal wisdom, from a third eye, and that is going to help you know the timing for things. The Magician and the Queen of Pentacles to me is saying that this new moon in your 9th house of growth, of personal growth, of faith, of prophecy, of expansion, it's telling me that you guys are going to start realizing how to work with the universe to create that growth, to create this prosperity that you're looking for. It's an extremely positive house. And so I feel like you're going to create this abundance for yourself. You're manifesting that. But in order to be able to do that, you first have to see what you're doing wrong. And this new moon is really going to highlight that for all of us, but definitely for you guys as well. So I hope that this is helpful for you, Gemini. If so, please comment down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends. Before you hop off, I did want to let you know I am changing my entire brand name to Cosmic Clarity Astrology. So if you don't want to miss a video, if you're scared that you might miss something because I change up all my branding, then make sure that you subscribe to my email list down below, and I can't wait to see you guys there. Bye.